Hi, my name is Stephen Beckley. I'm a mechanical engineering major at Stanford, freshman, so year 24. Starting off in high school freshman year, I definitely did not imagine myself going to Stanford. I kind of just took classes based on what I thought would build the greatest portfolio for me. So I took as the most advanced classes that were available. I took all the APs I could. I took any STEM classes that were available. Freshman year, I actually wasn't in an academy. I was in G-Tech. And honestly, it was fun. It was great. We went on, what's the word, field trips and stuff. But it's my biggest regret out of high school because that whole freshman year, I wasn't able to take any APs, or there's only one available, but I wasn't able to take it because I was only able to take G-Tech courses. So if that was one thing I would change that. But other than that, I really was just trying to I just went and tried to take as many APs as I could. I didn't really know about A through G's until about freshman sophomore year. When I was applying to colleges, I'm pretty sure I had a 4.0 unweighted. I think my highest standardized testing score was I took I forget what it's called, the ACT, and I had a 34 on that. I don't remember what my SAT was. And then AP scores, I had four in AP Chem, I think a four in AP Euro, a three in AP US History. Um, I think at that point that was it. One thing that, and really, well, they tell you that AP courses kind of help you get ahead in when you get to college, which is true, but you have to pass them. So even though I passed all my AP courses with at least threes, except for econ, but I don't know, I'll talk about that. Um, Only one of them really counted for anything, and that was chem because I got a four in it. And it depends on what college you go to, but certain colleges only take certain scores or certain tests at all. I got a five in psych. That actually didn't matter to anything because I'm not a psych major anyway. But uh, while I feel like AP tests are worth studying for sure, especially if they relate to your field. So if you're STEM, then really pretty important that you get you try to get fours or fives in chem and physics and calculus. Because I think I got a four in my in whatever the junior year English AP scores or AP classes, but that also didn't really matter for anything. Um, and then any president captain awards. I think the only awards I can think of was I was in academic decathlon, and we uh, we got awards for that. I would say, yeah, definitely want to prep early, because you're gonna need a lot. You're gonna need teacher recommendations. You're gonna have to pump out essays, of course. Uh, you're gonna want to make sure you have a good score that you're comfortable sharing, like a standardized testing. Although I believe they're trying to phase that out in a lot of colleges, but I'm not sure. When you're writing your essay, I would say honestly a big thing is taking any resources you can, like any opportunities, um, especially if your school offers counseling on your essay, like someone to proofread it, or even asking your English teacher to proofread any of your college essays, or your friends. I ask my friends a lot for that. Um, Again, another big thing is financial aid. Make sure you do your FAFSA, and also make sure through College Board there's a thing called a CSS profile, which was really important, and I didn't know about that until like way too late. It was I'm pretty sure it was the beginning of 2020, and Stanford actually needed that to determine how much aid I would get, and I didn't know that, and so I didn't get mine late. I didn't get my aid until a little bit later, but it ended up not being a big thing, but that was really stressful because I was afraid I wasn't gonna get aid, and the tuition is super duper high. Um, One thing I'd say is make sure. Well, this is honestly just kind of just a personal thing for me, but make sure you understand your applications when you're going into them, because I applied to Stanford early action, and I applied to Harvard early action, and I learned like midway through the app that you can't do that. You can't apply to both schools early action, and by then I'd already submitted them, and that was really stressful because I thought, I'm gonna end up having to toss one of my applications. But I went to I'm from I attended Oxnard High School, and we have like a college and career center, and I went there and they helped me out. Like I said, I sent an email and they fixed it really quickly. But that's one thing to be important. Make sure you understand like what you're doing. And I also, another thing I didn't really know was that part of the early action application was an interview, which I didn't know about. Which was I thought it was gonna be scary, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. The guy was really helpful. He was friendly. He was like a doctor. He was like, oh yeah, it didn't really feel like an interview. It felt more like, honestly, just a chance for me to ask questions about the school and like kind of like get to know an alum. So no. Well, I kind of had one backup, which was Cal Poly SLO, and then my backup would have been just going to community college, which I always think is a super valid option. I mean, it's way cheaper. It's infinitely cheaper than actually attending a 4-year right out the gates. But the colleges I applied to, I believe, it was just Stanford, Harvard, Columbia. I was gonna apply to NYU, but I think I pulled it. UCLA, UC Berkeley. My MIT one, I actually couldn't do it because I can't remember. I think it was something with I didn't have enough subject stats. And then I think that might be it. And out of all of those, the ones I got into were Cal Poly, Stanford, and I was waitlisted at Harvard. So I got really lucky because I probably would have ended up going to I would have gone to Cal Poly. I would have been happy at Cal Poly, or at Cal Poly. I have friends there, and that would have been fun. But honestly, I feel like a really important thing is kind of like not being afraid to put yourself out there. I mean, because when you get rejected, I mean, the people who know you get rejected are, you and whoever you tell. So you really only have to lose however much money it costs to like apply to the school. So I mean, like, but if you like a low income bracket, then I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like private schools offer like I don't know what the word forgiveness. It's like they basically like they waive the fee for applying to their school. I'm pretty sure. I think Stanford did that, but I didn't qualify. But that's always a thing to look into. Is like how certain schools offer like aid for low income brackets. Yeah, honestly, going into applications, I was pretty what's the word? I wasn't feeling great because I was afraid that I didn't have a lot that made me stand out. I feel like the only extra I didn't when I was writing it, I realized the only extracurricular I really did was academic decathlon because it took up almost all my time. But I think when actually to make me stand out was actually Acadeca, and I actually got an email from my admission officer, whatever they call it, and I think it was my essay, my college app essay, because he said like he really liked it. I don't like that I'm not there. I mean, when I visited, it was really, really pretty. San Francisco is basically like a similar climate to Oxnard, so it was really nice when we went. Classes right now are all virtual, and so far they're not too bad. I feel like this might be because of COVID, but my writing courses are thus far definitely easier than they were in high school. Because no offense to high school English teachers, but there's a lot of busy work in English high school courses, which makes sense because you're kind of learning like how to write and stuff. But in college thus far, it's basically only been essays, like writing just writing assignments and essays. The one I am now, it's like it's one of the GEs, and it's actually really fun. you get a lot more freedom in your writing when you get to college and high school. You know, you kind of like, they give you a prompt, they give you something to write about, or they give you something to research. In college, it's different. There are still some like they'll give you something to research, but there's definitely a lot more freedom. Last quarter, I had a class on soul, like soul music, and we get to choose what like an artist to write about, like a discography, and I chose to write about Gil Scott-Heron, who's like an artist that I really like. And then on the flip side, I'm taking a lot of STEM courses since I'm a mechanical engineering major at the moment, and they're super hard. I'm not gonna lie. My physics courses aren't too bad right now. It's virtual learning, so I feel like that kind of. I feel like writing courses you can definitely learn virtually. I feel like STEM courses are way harder to learn through a screen. But thus far, I haven't failed any classes yet, so call that a dub. One thing I feel like I should address are, to be honest, I don't really know if this is a thing at my school, but I've heard that a lot of schools have, like weeding courses where it's like meant to weed out those who aren't super passionate about a subject. So what you might see in your freshman year is that your very first class in whatever subject. So let's say like one thing I've heard that's infamous is your first chem class. It's gonna be really hard, and everyone's gonna be failing, and you're gonna be failing, and you're gonna be like, why am I failing? You know, I'm so bad at chem. You know, if you were to talk to your classmates, which might be hard if you're still virtual, they'd probably say like, yeah, I have like a 48 in this class, and you're like, oh wow, everyone's failing, because those classes, I think, or some classes are designed to be hard, like to really like kind of like to weed out those who like don't really want to do that sort of or who aren't passionate about that subject. On that same topic, another important thing is get to know your classmates. My first quarter, I only talked to like one other kid outside of class, which sucked actually for almost all my other classes because I didn't really know anyone. But this quarter, there's a lot of like we use GroupMe a lot, and we have like group chats for each class, and that's super helpful. Like if I have a question on the homework, I can just ask. We do like homework sessions where we go over homework, where we talk to each other about like where we study. You know, it's super duper helpful. And if you're in person, it'll be easier to like find groups like that. But if you're still virtual, it's gonna be harder. But definitely look out for that. Try to ask, you know, like that little sidebar, you know, in the Zoom chat from the first lecture. Like ask if anyone has a GroupMe or anything, because I feel like that's super important and super helpful. But yeah, in conclusion, I guess, work hard in your classes, prep early, and above all else, I would say don't be afraid to, you know, put yourself out there and apply yourself. There's that cheesy idiom, shoot for the moon and you may land among the stars. And you know, it's corny, it doesn't make any sense. The moon is closer than the stars. Like, how would that work? But there is still a sense of truth to that. In that, I would say don't be afraid to apply to these prestigious colleges, because the worst they can say, or any college for that matter, is no. And take it from someone who was rejected from many schools, that's not a great feeling, but I would say the risk is well worth the reward. But yeah, other than that, don't got much more to say. But good luck, guys.